after I put the camera, it seemed like something got in my eye. So like, what's the point of having these big old glasses that I got? If people, if stuff gets in my eye anyway.
All right, peace.
If they keep getting in my eye anyway. So
From Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street owned CNBC, Pfizer,
and they haven't been this hot
Vanguard and State
in a really long time. I've been out here almost every single weekend for like 3 years. In the last couple of months, it has been really cold and cold.
Boom! COVID vaccine destroys natural immunity. NEJM study finds. New England Journal of Medicine. Boom!
So see, I gotta turn it down, and I'm being hit with something on the side. But as soon as I my ass get past all these people, I gotta put the big boom bug down. But as soon as my ass get past all these motherfucking people, that boom bug's going right back up, and then I got hit in the forehead with something. All right, baby girl. Well, thank God I don't have it. I know my neck.
Researcher at the Cleveland Clinic, Leonard. I remember people talking about that back in 2020.
Okay, so we're going to redo this.
2020, but
okay. Protest?
Money don't jiggle jiggle. Pose. I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle. Sure. It makes me want.
Okay, so. Yeah, everybody's selling shit, knowing that they don't have a permit. But the people who do fake ass security, oh my gosh, but the people who do fake ass security on this bridge and shit don't want my protest. But I ain't selling anything, so they can't really kick me out.
Although receiving 4 shots of his Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, he still got COVID.
4 separate COVID vaccine shots. Dr. Fauci got sick anyway.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Hold on, what does the number 4 actually represent in satanic occult circles? Maybe we should start thinking about that. All right, peace.
From Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street owned CNBC, Pfizer, who's owned by BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street.
Vaccine destroys natural immunity. NEJM study finds. New England Journal of Medicine. Boom! COVID vaccine destroys natural immunity. NEJM study finds. New England Journal of Medicine. Boom! Here's one of the New York Post. Latest COVID booster shots will be released before human testing. Here's one of the New York Post. Latest COVID booster shots will be released before human testing. Boom! Boom!
See, I don't understand why everybody's in my spot.
Previously received the higher the risk of contracting COVID-19. Here to delve into the details of the study is Jacob Rich, a researcher at the Cleveland Clinic Learner Research Institute. I remember people talking about that back in 2020, early 2020, but okay.
Money don't jiggle jiggle. Pose. I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle. Sure. It makes me want to dribble dribble. You know, hidden in my fear. You really have to see it. 6 feet, 2 in a contact. No snap. And the seats go by. I got a natural interest in my mind. Sipping some red wines. And go back. Safe from pain and truth and choice.
Now NBC News admits that the
continues to be a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Get COVID if you have these vaccinations. Everybody, we got some breaking news we want to bring to you. President Biden has tested positive for COVID again. What? I know.
Although receiving 4 shots of his Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, he still got COVID.
4 separate COVID vaccine shots. Dr. Fauci got sick anyway.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads.
To have been targeted.
We estimate approximately 300,000 TIs exist in the United States alone.
Thousands of people claim they are being targeted, and every one of their stories is filled with unbelievable events.
I know this sounds crazy, but I swear it's happening.
And
listen to Alex Jones, Infowars.com.
Program called Psychoelectronic. Most people natural. So you won't learn
lies about them.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we start over. the other videos didn't download.
Listen up, y'all,
And it's on the computer that's going to die real soon. Because it doesn't have a lot of battery life.
We the chosen ones, baby. They're all gang stalking and hating on you at the same time. We the chosen ones.
So you just heard that freaking idiot just lie to you. On YouTube, on commletube, there are a thing called psychological operation campaigns against real gang stalking victims. They want real gang stalking victims to be seen as crazy, to be seen as schizophrenic, to be seen as suffering from delusions of grandeur, and we're not. We are gang stalking victims, and we are being hit with a highly illegal harassment campaign.
Meet up on the internet, finding comfort and information from others who say they too suffer from electronic stalking, mind control, and even rape. Loosely defined, gang stalking is where organized groups target and harass unwilling victims to the point of paranoia, leaving the victims to deal with skeptical family members and skeptical law.
So what is gang stalking? Gang stalking is just a highly illegal, unconstitutional violation of human rights harassment campaign where some of these gang stalkers have access to direct energy weapons and a mind control technology. And yes, they will hit your babies, your little babies, with these direct energy weapons and these mind control technologies too.
And then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
These gang stalkers are doing, and that's why I've been here at the pier almost every single weekend for 3 years protesting against this gang stalking. All right, listen to my protest, please. So if you're cute in the face, if you're a gang stalking victim and you're like this,
body stay vicious, I be up in the gym just working on my fitness.
You try to keep your body all nice and tight. Chances are, if you're a real gang stalking victim, that you already been raped because these gang stalkers have already broken into your apartment. Please buy a master lock door security bar. Do not trust your deadbolt. Please buy a master lock door security bar.
Meet up on the internet, finding comfort and information from others who say they too suffer from electronic stalking, mind control, and even rape. Loosely defined, gang stalking is where organized groups target and harass unwilling victims to the point of paranoia, leaving the victims to deal with skeptical family members and skeptical law.
Okay, I'm going to jump over to electronic harassment, and this is where people take electronic weapons. Let me just read the definition. Electronic harassment happens if somebody uses any electronic device to aid themselves in invading your person or your property for the purpose of gathering information illegally or for the purpose of causing harm. This is electronic harassment.
My money don't jiggle, jiggle. Oh, I like to see you wiggle, wiggle. For sure, it makes me want to dribble, dribble. You know, riding in my fear. You really have to see it. 6 feet 2 in a compact, no slack. And luckily the seats go back. I got a knack to relax in my mind, sipping some red wine. Oh girl, do you mind if I say to you, baby?
One of the hottest days I remember. It's like July.
Now, what you're going to listen to next is the top cop, the former top cop of Los Angeles County, the former head FBI agent of Los Angeles County, Ted Gunderson, who was also a gang stalking victim and wrote an affidavit proving that the gang stalking is real and proving that there is no gosh darn demon a part of gang stalking. Gunderson.
I've had gang stalking on me. I've had gang stalking on me. I've had gang stalking on me. Recently, I've been the victim of a disinformation program by a guy named Stu Webb and other individuals. And Stu Webb has actually put out word that I was kicked out of the FBI for practicing satanic ceremonies in the federal building. Okay.
Now here we're going to talk about how these gang stalkers will falsely accuse you of being a pedophile or a prostitute, and they will do it.
Okay, slander. They'll go behind the target's back and tell lies about them. They'll say things like, you know, the target is dangerous or into something illegal, pedophile, and they use the pedophile for men and women.
So this is more evidence when it comes to gang stalking. Has nothing to do with no chosen one. This is Dr. John Hall talking about slander and libel campaigns that these gang stalkers will use against your character. Okay, peace.
They're a pedophile. It's the typical discreditation campaign that you see in the DOD, in the military, to verbally discredit them. Spread rumors. Plant seeds that they're a drug dealer, they're a pedophile. It's the typical discreditation campaign that you see in the DOD, in the military.
So what you just heard was Dr. John Hall, Dr. John Hall, and it's Dr. John Hall, gang stalking dudes, DEWS, acid reflux. Dr. John Hall, gang stalking dudes, DEWS, acid reflux, talking about the slander and libel campaign that these poopy gang stalkers are going to commit against you and your character. Yes, every single gang stalker is a terrorist under U.S. Code 18, sedition, treason, and terrorism. Every single gang stalker is violating the RICO Act, racketeering and organized crime. You see, Ted Gunderson, I'm going to say this man's name again, Ted Gunderson was the highest ranking law enforcement officer in Los Angeles County. He wrote an affidavit proving that the gang stalking is real and that these gang stalkers are putting mother effers on mind control technology and hitting innocent people with direct energy weapons.
Then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
Listen to Alex Jones, Infowars.com. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Because the girl them broke up on the floor from you don't wanna work this performer. From you don't wanna man where can't turn you on, girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, no eat no yam, no steamed fish, no green banana. But down in Jamaica, we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, on the way then time.
So my name is TALAN Godfrey. Type it into Google Video, TALAN Godfrey, Google Video, TALAN Godfrey, Google Video. So this is not a pro Ted Gunderson rally, but Ted Gunderson, the former top cop of Los Angeles County, Ted Gunderson, the former highest ranking law enforcement officer in Los Angeles County, did talk about the gang stalking. Ted Gunderson wrote an affidavit proving that the gang stalking is real and proving that these gang stalkers are hitting people with direct energy weapons, that these gang stalkers are hitting people with mind control technology.
And then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
Listen to Alex Jones, Infowars.com.
This right here is real gang stalking. Listen up.
The point was to silence Weinstein's Me Too victims, and it worked for 30 years. This system is called covert harassment, and it was not just Weinstein who's used this system. Increasingly, it's a collection of techniques, a protocol that the wealthy and the powerful are using against the powerless. It systematically breaks down the target in a secretive, psychological way. Covert harassment often includes improper surveillance, such as the kind I described, tailing and following, hacking of devices, and coordinated harassment. It is meant to cause fear, stress, and paranoia in the subject.
So what you just listened to was a man talking about real gang stalking. Gang stalking had nothing to do with the chosen ones. Gang stalking had nothing to do with no tarot cards. Gang stalking had nothing to do with spirituality, religion, or the supernatural. So you want to learn the truth about gang stalking? Popular Mechanics Magazine, Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects. Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects was an old mind control program, and it's in Popular Mechanics Magazine right now. All you have to do is just read it. Then you have Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. Ted Gunderson, the former top cop of Los Angeles County, Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. All you have to do is just read it. Crime, these people, these gang stalking victims, are being placed upon mind control technology.
And then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
Listen to Alex Jones, Infowars.com.
So this is the protest against real gang stalking. None of that chosen one crap. No tarot cards included. Nothing about the supernaturals included in this protest. So you want to learn the truth about gang stalking? Go Google Popular Mechanics Magazine, Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects. Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects was an old mind control program that proved that gang stalking is real. And then you have Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. Just read it.
Meet up on the internet, finding comfort and information from others who say they too suffer from electronic stalking, mind control, and even rape. Loosely defined, gang stalking is where organized groups target and harass unwilling victims to the point of paranoia, leaving the victims to deal with skeptical family members and skeptical law.
It's real. Let's talk more about some gang stalking from Australia.
If the stalker has told a particular story about the person, then everyone else could feel completely justified in joining in the campaign.
Dr. Jane Monckton-Smith understands the psychology of gang stalking. The expert on methods to stop stalkers says some build a fictional backstory of love lost.
Sometimes people will be drawn into helping because they think they're doing the right thing. They might have been told a story that, look, I really like this girl, and I think if I just can get her attention, and then the friend will go and say, well, just talk to him, he's lovely, and before you know it, that person it. Some people get involved for other reasons, but I think most people have no idea of the impact.
A life lived on edge is the impact on Janice. Lived away from anywhere she believes the gang could spot her. Lived in fear she could join those for whom stalking ends the worst way.
Take the ride, there's a party over there that ain't no job. It's live, it's all the way live. Don't even have to roll, don't even have to drive. It's live, look at this line. Just forget about the troubles in your 9 to 5 and just sail on. That's what you do, just sail on. Now the dude's so funny, hey, what do you think? What is it called? It's called the Lakeside Stank. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage.
So just be careful on commletube, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. These people talking about gang stalking, most of these people are fake, phony, and false. How can you tell that they're fake, phony, and false? Well, they'll never admit that gang stalking is a crime, and gang stalking is a crime. Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit prove it. And these people will never talk about gang stalking and the direct energy weapons and the mind control technology that goes with it.
And then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
Listen to Alex Jones, Infowars.com.
This is a gang stalking protest, and yes, every single gang stalker should be 187 under U.S. Code 18, sedition, treason, and terrorism. Every single gang stalker should be in jail because they're violating the RICO Act, and I hope to God it happens.
Assaulted 3 times. My co-workers were discussing killing me, taking me to the KKK. And on a CD, one of my co-workers is discussing a list that I've been placed on. And once you get placed on this list, all the money in the world won't save me. If they want me, I'm gone. That's on a CD. I also overheard my co-worker recruiting for this group. And he stated, man, you got to get in this thing. This thing is bigger than the KKK. There's judges in it, policemen in it.
So everything this lady said is true and was confirmed by Ted Gunderson. Ted Gunderson was the highest ranking law enforcement officer in Los Angeles County. Ted Gunderson was the highest ranking FBI agent in Los Angeles County. He wrote an affidavit proving that the gang stalking is real. Everything this lady said was true.
Attorneys in it, doctors in it, everybody's in this thing. Then he went on to say that his uncle's in it, and his uncle was a big-time affiliate here in Louisville, Kentucky.
A frightening scene at the height of the government shutdown. Gunfire just... She had postpartum...
All you need to do is type targeted individual into your search engine. There you'll find countless who claim that they are targeted individuals.
I am
single targeted individual who is being harassed with directed energy weapons.
And Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit, which is a legal document. All you have to do is just read it, and then you have the old mind control program called Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects. Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects is in Popular Mechanics magazine right now.
With thousands of cases of suspected targeting across the nation, over the last 10 years, Dr. Hall has counseled over 2,000 individuals who claim to have been targeted.
We estimate approximately 300,000 TIs exist in the United States alone.
Thousands of people claim they are being targeted, and every one of their stories is filled with unbelievable events.
I know this sounds crazy, but I swear it has happened.
And
Listen to Alex Jones. Infowars.com.
Meet up on the internet, finding comfort and information from others who say they too suffer from electronic stalking, mind control, and even rape. Loosely defined, gang stalking is where organized groups target and harass unwilling victims to the point of paranoia, leaving the victims to deal with skeptical family members and skeptical law.
To watch the must be somewhat hard-telling to watch and burn me
Still look hazy.
So my name is TALAN GODFREY, and I'm protesting against real gang stalking. Gang stalking is real. Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects. Popular Mechanics magazine is right there. All you have to do is read it, and then you got Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. Anyway, there's a Justice Department video proving that gang stalking is real from the Justice Department dealing with the PRC, and then you have a dude named Dr. Grande doing psychiatric appraisals campaigns against real gang stalking victims. Dr. Grande is a piece of poo. And then please watch the Justice Department video talking about real gang stalking from the PRC. Thank you.
Psychological operations, Psyops, or as the government likes to call them now, military information support operations, are a very real part of war, and there's an entire division within the Department of Defense dedicated to them.
Psychological operations has consistently been important throughout the history of warfare.
You are the chosen one! Operation campaigns on YouTube and other social media websites. These people are mixing gang stalking with the chosen ones, gang stalking with spirituality, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking and supernatural, even mixing gang stalking and tarot cards. Please be careful of that. That's not real. That's a psychological operation campaign. These people are lying. Peace. Then you have a man named Dr. Grande on YouTube. Dr. Grande is using psychiatric reprisals campaigns against real gang stalking victims. What you're going to listen to is a man who is a part of a psychological operation campaign against real gang stalking victims. He is mixing gang stalking and a thing called the chosen one. This is a psychological operation campaign. Listen up.
So they find out a gentleman knows I am chosen by God. They know I am part of the 12 tribes of Israel. So they tried to take me out, and they're also attacking all the chosen ones. They're trying to this is the dark side of our government, United States government, who is attacking the chosen ones.
Now, you heard him, right? He is part of a psychological operation campaign against real gang stalking victims. He's mixing gang stalking with a thing called a chosen one. Go on YouTube and check out this chosen one crap. They all believe that they have magical powers and shit. All that has nothing to do with real gang stalking. That's what I'm protesting against. Now, why there's a psychological operation campaign against real gang stalking victims on YouTube and other social media websites? Because gang stalking is a crime, and these gang stalkers don't want to get caught hitting you and your loved ones with direct energy weapons and mind control technologies.
And then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
Listen to Alex Jones. Infowars.com.
So the people doing this chosen one crap and mixing it with gang stalking will ignore Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit is a legal document. Also, they ignored the old mind control program called Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects that's in Popular Mechanics magazine right now. See, a lot of gang stalking victims operation campaign, they love thinking that themselves are the chosen ones. No, you're not. This is all part of fiction. None of this shit is real.
Chosen one character because it's fundamentally overpowered. Someone that could use all four elements.
Hey, she's only interested in you because she thinks you're the chosen one.
But I am the chosen one. Okay, sorry.
You were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy this thing, not join them.
And then real gang stalking victims get mad at me because I hurt their feelings. I won't hurt your feelings. You are a gang stalking victim. You are not a chosen one. You don't have magical powers. You're not Harry Potter. You're not Anakin Skywalker. You are not Neo from the freaking Matrix. You can't fly. You're not Rey, whatever the fuck her name is from that Star Wars movie. You do not have magical powers. You are a gang stalking victim, and they're hitting you with direct energy weapons, and they're hitting you with mind control technology.
And then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
Listen to Alex Jones. Infowars.com.
So if you are a gang stalking victim and you believe you are chosen one because of that, go save those kids at the border. Go feel free to do that. Here, listen to this.
They even had to admit 80,000 children have gone missing because of the open southern border phenomenon. 80,000 children, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it doesn't appear so based on what we're reading today in the New York Times, what we're reading and seeing from numbers from your own office. The answer to my question, by the way, is 345,807. That's the number of unaccompanied children who have come across the border on your watch. Do you know what's happening to these children? Have you seen this report from the New York Times? Alone and exploited migrant children work brutal jobs across the United States. Have you seen this?
Senator, I have, and let me share with you what we are doing.
Have you seen these numbers? These are reports of trafficking and abuse of migrant children. You can see a massive surge that begins to happen when? Oh, when you come to office in 2021. Huge surge, reports of trafficking, reports of neglect and abuse. Let's just look at a few of the details. This is absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe this happens in the United States of America in this day and age. This is from the New York Times.
So if you are a chosen one, quotation marks, go ahead and save those kids at the border. But I have a sneaky suspicion that ballistic science is going to get in the way of your power fantasy, okay? I have a sneaky suspicion it's going to get in the way. So here's some more hard truths for you people mixing gang stalking with the chosen one psychological operation campaign.
And in a way, the Matrix was right. We are spending billions of dollars for the right to create this false world that hides the truth about our universe. But the false part isn't that we're secretly the one and no one told us. No, is that we might not be the one, and in fact, probably aren't.
So my name is TALAN GODFREY. I'm protesting against gang stalking. Gang stalking is real. Go Google Psychoelectronic Weapons Effects. That's in Popular Mechanics magazine right now. And then Google Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. Anyway, there's a Justice Department video that proves that gang stalking is real, dealing with the PRC. And then you have a poopy doctor named Dr. Grande doing psychiatric reprisal campaigns against real gang stalking victims. But watch the Justice Department video talking about gang stalking from the PRC. Please, it's on YouTube. So So this is a gang stalking protest. Again, my name is TALAN Godfrey. Put that into Google video, TALAN Godfrey, Google video, TALAN Godfrey, Google video for more videos about gang stalking. Now listen to this. This is some horrible crap.
Utah biotech company implants brain chips in 50 people. The chip, known as Neuroport Array, is manufactured by BlackRock Neurotech. You want BlackRock to have a device implanted in your brain? Well, you can now if you live in Utah. If you can have an arm that's mechanical but controlled by your brain, I think that's kind of cool. What it's going to be used for, however, will be brain surveillance. This will be used as a way to make people happy when they shouldn't be happy. You're having a blast. You're in love with that person that you should hate. It's the next step of the brain interface, and it's no wonder it's being led by organizations like BlackRock.
So this is just more proof that gang stalking, mind control, and direct energy weapons had nothing to do with spirituality, had nothing to do with religion, had nothing to do with the supernatural, had nothing to do with no tarot cards, and nothing to do with no chosen one. Gang stalking, the direct energy weapons, the mind control technologies are real, okay? Psycho-electronic weapons effects, Popular Mechanics magazine is there right now. All you have to do is read it.
Oh, my mama loves me, she loves me.
They got the Apache out. Yeah, the taxi out. Okay, I don't know what
When I was grown to be a man,
the clarity.
and the devil would call me.
Apaches were out right
Okay, I'm going to jump over to electronic
everybody.
harassment. This is where people take electronic weapons. Let me just read the definition. Electronic harassment happens if somebody uses any electronic device to aid themselves in invading your person or your property for the purpose of gathering information illegally or for the purpose of causing harm. This is electronic harassment.
This is a protest against gang stalking. Google my name, TALAN Godfrey. Google video, TALAN Godfrey. Google video, TALAN Godfrey. Google video for real videos about gang stalking.
6-year-old Esteban Santiago pulls out his pistol and opens fire, and then reloaded once. He killed 5 people, many of them arriving for a cruise ship vacation. And now the question is why Santiago even had a gun, which had been taken away last November when he showed up at the FBI office in Alaska to claim he was hearing voices about ISIS.
Ryan Santiago says his brother had mental health issues and was not well since he returned from the Iraq War.
I want to clarify this for the Puerto Rican people and for all the people in the world, that the federal government already knew his reaction. They already knew the thoughts that he was having and how they weren't good. He himself went after them to ask for help, and they did nothing. They had him hospitalized for 4 days, and then they let him go. How are you going to let someone leave a psychological center after 4 days when he's saying that he's hearing voices, that the CIA is telling him to join certain groups? This was in November.
What you just heard is what gang stalking victims go through. Some of us who are real gang stalking victims, we're still alive. We haven't red-rummed anybody, but we are hit with direct energy weapons and mind control technology. No gang stalking, chosen one crap. This is what real gang stalking victims go through. Listen up.
Be inundated with thousands of other people voicing the same complaints of organized stalking, of directed energy weapons attacks, burning, twitching, severe headaches, blurred vision, as well as hearing the voices of their perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. But of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We've got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs, also has a patented version. So
direct knowledge of it, hive minds, voice to skull, emotion manipulation, behavior, modification technology
is being used against the gang stalkers themselves and against people in the program. And it is being used to assist them in doing their job, specifically to take away their conscience, specifically to take away their empathy and their sympathy.
So watch out for the psychological operation campaigns on YouTube and other social media websites. These people are mixing gang stalking with the chosen ones, gang stalking with spirituality, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking and the supernatural. They're even mixing gang stalking and tarot cards. Please be careful of that. That's not real. That's a psychological operation campaign. These people are lying. Peace. Then you have a dude named Terry Joel Jr. YouTube is signal boosting his videos. He doesn't talk about real gang stalking, so watch out for him too. So next you want to listen to is Mark Dice. Government official now admits that mind control technology is real. This is Mark Dice. Government officials now admits that mind control technology is real.
Psychological operations, Psyops, or as the government likes to call them now, military information support operations, are a very real part of war, and there's an entire division within the Department of Defense dedicated to them.
Psychological operations has consistently been important throughout the history of warfare.
Psyop toolbox. A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army at the time named Michael Aquino, an admitted Satanist, by the way, and founder of the Temple of Set, an offshoot of the Church of Satan, wrote a report for the Department of Defense in 1980 titled From Psyop to Mind War that proposed using psychotronic weapons against the general public in order to alter people's brainwaves, thus altering their mood.
Oh God, that's really bad. That glare is really bad.
Technology, these shitty, poopy gang stalkers are going to hit you and your family with.
Cast as well.
Oh, Teddy.
Michael Aquino, and admitted
to.
Specifically to take away their conscience, specifically to take away their empathy and their sympathy.
Oh God, that's glare, dude. Where? We have not our favorite home.
So watch out for the psychological operation campaigns on YouTube and other social media websites. These people are mixing gang stalking with the chosen ones, gang stalking with spirituality, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking and the supernatural. They're even mixing gang stalking and tarot cards. Please be careful of that. That's not real. That's a psychological operation campaign. These people are lying. Peace. Then you have a dude named Terry Joel Jr. YouTube is signal boosting his videos. He doesn't talk about real gang stalking, so watch out for him too. So next you want to listen to is Mark Dice. Government official now admits that mind control technology is real. This is Mark Dice. Government officials now admits that mind control technology is real.
Psychological operations, Psyops, or as the government likes to call them now, military information support operations, are a very real part of war, and there's an entire division within the Department of Defense dedicated to them.
Psychological operations has consistently been important throughout the history of warfare.
Psyop toolbox. A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army at the time named Michael Aquino, an admitted Satanist, by the way, and founder of the Temple of Set, an offshoot of the Church of Satan, wrote a report for the Department of Defense in 1980 titled From Psyop to Mind War that proposed using psychotronic weapons against the general public in order to alter people's brainwaves, thus altering their mood.
Change.
this is Mark Dice. Mark Dice, government official now admits that mind control technology is real. This is Mark Dice, government official now admits that mind control technology is real. So if you are a real gang stalking victim, this is some of the weapons, some of the technology these shitty poopy gang stalkers are going to hit you and your family with. I'm so sorry about that.
To coincide with government propaganda that was being broadcast, Aquino wrote, quote, infrasound vibration up to 20 hertz can subliminally influence brain activity to align itself to delta, theta, alpha, or beta wave patterns, inclining an audience towards everything from alertness to passivity. Infrasound could be used tactfully as ELF waves endure for great distances, and it could be used in conjunction with media broadcasts as well.
Ted Gunderson, the former top cop of Los Angeles County, the former head of the FBI Los Angeles division, again, Ted Gunderson, said that gang stalking was real. Ted Gunderson wrote an affidavit proving that the gang stalking is real and gang stalking is a crime. So as a gang stalking victim, as a targeted individual, you're going to get hit with direct energy weapons and mind control. This man's going to talk about some of the stuff they're going to hit you and your family with. All right, I'm so sorry about that piece.
You were to, you might be hit with B2K, okay? If the software enables you to get into that system, fine. If it enables you to get into the acoustic end of it, fine. If it enables you to get into the microwaves, fine. Infrasound, kinetics, all these weapons, they're all weapons and they will kill you.
Listen to Alex Jones, InfoWars.com.
Want to make everybody sick on the cell block? Here's the big one. Yeah, there it is, the sonic nausea. And then they have the supersonic nauseator. See, there's mind control right there. So open, it's sold in a weapons catalog.
Listen to Alex Jones, InfoWars.com.
Alex Jones is going to talk more about the direct energy weapons that these shitty, poopy gang stalkers are going to hit you and your family with.
And, I mean, they admit they've got these. They use lower versions of them with the sound cannons, the microwave guns. That's all comes out of technology to kill people covertly. So, yes, that's on record.
Listen to Alex Jones, InfoWars.com.
And it vibrates the carotid arteries that are full, generally, of all the detritus, you know, all the dead cholesterol and scale, and then that goes into your brain. And, yes, they do have systems they can shoot at a heart and kill you deader than a hammer.
Listen to Alex Jones, InfoWars.com.
When they're out there walking the street, competing.
Miss TALAN GODFREY. TALAN GODFREY, type that into Google Video. TALAN GODFREY, Google Video, and you'll find me. So I've been protesting against gang stalking for almost 3 years now at the Santa Monica Pier, and I'm constantly getting hit with direct energy weapons. I think they call it less than lethal weaponry now, but I'm getting hit with something, and I don't know what it is. But I'm starting to think that some of the stuff that they're attacking me with is an EEG cloning or EEG heterodyning device attack. So the video is Dr. Robert Duncan, remote neural monitoring. Dr. Robert Duncan, remote neural monitoring. I'm going to play his video now.
Gas in your eyes with tear gas, and you know, their eyes will actually tear up. There will be a response, and they'll itch and they can't see, but this is all done through the brain. It's the brain's reaction to these tortures that they're applying back to them. We call it no-touch torture, and so these circuits being stimulated, you got to remember this is called offensive information warfare technology. So it's just like hacking a computer. You are trying to crash that computer. You're trying to crash that human being.
is employed by the U.S. government and has done secret RF weapons research. He believes that tests done with ELIDA and similar machines prove that humans are susceptible to remote alterations of mood and awareness.
Certain kinds of weak electromagnetic signals work exactly like drugs. And so the promise is that anything you can do with drugs, you can do with the right electromagnetic signals.
Yes! I'm joking. Maybe.
Excellent!
Induce basically what would be considered hallucinations in people, direct them to do things against their so-called better judgment.
If you think that is weird, Google CNET News, holograms that you can touch, CNET News, holograms that you can touch, and then Google Operation Bluebeam. Google CNET News, holograms that you can touch, and then Google Operation Bluebeam. Those holograms are real, and these poopy gang stalkers will torture people with holograms. Google Operation Bluebeam, and then Google CNET News, holograms that you can touch. That stuff is real. So my name is TALAN Godfrey. TALAN Godfrey. Type my name into Google videos. TALAN Godfrey. Google videos. Watch my COVID-19 vaccines videos, and also watch my gang stalking videos. All right, TALAN Godfrey. Google video.
I think about you all the time. My mind is hazy and I'm mixed up, feeling crazy over you. Let's not waste any time.
So to prove that the gang stalking is real, just hold on. That the COVID-19 vaccine protests will recycle real soon. I just got to go over these videos that prove that gang stalking is real. So the first video that proved that gang stalking is real is called China in Focus Electronic Harassment. China in Focus Electronic Harassment proved that gang stalking is real. commletube and YouTube keep deleting like Andre to me. For some strange reason. The second video that proves gang stalking is real is C9/11 Revenge for Hire, CBS News, New York. C9/11 Revenge for Hire, CBS News, New York. The next one is the eBay scandal, 60 Minutes. The eBay scandal, 60 Minutes, proves that gang stalking is real. The next one is, the next video is FBI agent Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. FBI head Ted Gunderson gang stalking affidavit. The next one proved that gang stalking is real is Dr. John Hall, gang stalking dudes, DEWS, acid reflux. Dr. John Hall, gang stalking dudes, DEWS, acid reflux, proves gang stalking is real. The next video is when women become gang stalkers. Yes, when women become gang stalkers. This video proves that you need to buy a master lock door security bar. Yeah, I'm just trying to save your life, bruh. I'm just trying to save it. Please watch when women become gang stalkers. Okay, thank you. The next video that proves that gang stalking is real is Bob Chandra. Bob Chandra organized stalking. Bob Chandra organized stalking. The next video that proves that gang stalking is real is Mark Dice. Yes, Mark Dice's video. Government officials now admits that mind control is real. Government officials now admits that mind control is real by Mark Dice. Check that video out. The last video that proves that gang stalking is real is a documentary called Monarch the New Phoenix Program. Monarch the New Phoenix Program proves that gang stalking is real. Peace. There's a Justice Department video that proves that gang stalking is real, dealing with the PRC.
Seems to be a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
You get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
Yeah, buddy, we got some breaking news we want to bring to you. President Biden has
FDA page 17. So another document that proves that Pfizer lied to you. Yes, Pfizer did lie to you. I'm so sorry. But this document is Pfizer 536 post-marketing experience. Pfizer 536 post-marketing experience. And then scroll down to, like, I think it's page 34 or 36. The document is called Pfizer 536 post-marketing experience.
Get to gang stalking and look like him. I got pictures. When I used to get here.
Listen to Alex Jones. COVID vaccine destroys natural immunity. NEJM study finds. New England Journal of Medicine. Boom. COVID vaccine destroys natural immunity. NEJM study finds. New England Journal of Medicine. Boom.
I get hit all over the place. Yeah, I got to be careful.
Here's one of the New York Post. Latest COVID booster shots will be released before human testing. Here's one of the New York Post. Latest COVID booster shots will be released before human testing. Boom, boom.
The higher the number of vaccines previously received, the higher the risk of contracting COVID-19. Here to delve into the details of the study is Jacob Rich, a researcher at the Cleveland Clinic Learner Research Institute.
I remember people talking about that back in 2020, early 2020, but okay.
State Department Memorandum 200 for forced depopulation. 13 years before, and that's State Department Memorandum 7277.
In 1972, the Club of Rome published The Limits to Growth, which planted the seeds of the depopulation agenda.
It's a death cult.
The Deagle forecast has predicted global depopulation of 50 to 80% by 2025.
This is a death cult. You need to create a new world order, and if you just kill everyone, then we'll have world peace. Right? So
it's a death cult.
Yes, this is satanic death cult. Watch for the satanic imagery in these two COVID-19 vaccines commercials. The first one is Heineken and
This is one of the brightest days that I have witnessed at Santa Monica Pier for a really long time. It's usually been cloudy almost every single weekend.
These two COVID-19 commercials have satanic imagery in it.
3 or 4 months.
Death cult.
That Bill Gates, he won't try to block out the sun again. Yeah, he got help from the Biden. Yeah, maybe that's true because it's been hazy. It's been hazy. So I'm gonna put my glasses back on because now like I'm blind. I'll put my glasses back on. Over there, we might have a protest. I don't know if you like to explain. I'm not gonna turn my screen down here. When they do that, they can't.
Good Morning America. Here's Good Morning America, discovering the reality about vaccines.
This immune phenomenon known as tolerance, where if you already have high antibody levels and you get another booster, your immune system can start to say, well, what am I needed for, and can kind of start to shut down.
That's not smart.
Girl, you look good once you vax that thing up. See, that prevent nothing but vax that thing up. You look so vax that thing up.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
And that became the basis for Pfizer's first spike protein vaccine patent filed, are you ready for this, in 1990. And in 1990, they found out that there was a problem with vaccines. They didn't work.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
It turns out that coronavirus is a very malleable model. It transforms and it changes and it mutates over time. As a matter of fact, every publication on vaccines for coronavirus from 1990 until 2018, every single publication concluded that coronavirus escapes the vaccine impulse.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Specifically requested to ignore the facts that over $10 billion have been funneled through black operations through the check of Anthony Fauci and a side-by-side ledger where NIAID has a balance sheet and next to it is a biodefense balance sheet equivalent dollar-for-dollar matching that no one in the media talks about. Poised for human emergency.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
I'm not going to be
Girl, you
left
look
by
good
God.
with the vax that thing
I do
up.
it
She ain't
because it's the right
preventing
thing to
nothing
do.
but vax
And
that
some dude
thing
just
up.
gave me
You
$1.
niggas like you
That's the first time I actually got paid for this
So this is
protest.
Facts Matters with Roman. Facts Matters with Roman.
In about
Now,
3
just to
months.
pause here for a super quick moment.
Somebody gave me some
This is
money,
a shocking development,
and
to
it
say
was
the
$1.
least.
And that's the first time
These
that
mice
happened in
were literally administered an mRNA vaccine, which elicited a response in the form of them developing antibodies,
hopefully you can
not to
hear
a shot in the arm,
some of
but
the
rather just by
protesters
drinking an
talking about the
mRNA-infused milk.
So this is Facts Matters with Roman. Facts Matters with Roman.
But
Girl, you look good with the vax that thing up. She ain't preventing nothing but vax that thing up. You niggas like you so vax that thing up.
An actual
Reporting
audio
for
file that's
InfoWars,
clean,
this is Greg
and I'll
Reese.
put it on BitChute.
The genetic editing of plants
Later on
to
today, if
contain
not
edible vaccines is well underway. Work is being
I'm going down the pier. He even blared that speaker. They blared that speaker that loud. But I just got hit with a direct energy weapon in my head after being hit and blasted in the eye. I got hit with a direct energy weapon. You feel blasted in the That shit's loud. I'm sorry for that. Scoop. So, see, now, okay, now here it is. I'm at the fucking bridge all the way up there. Way the fuck up there. Sorry about that. Okay, way the fuck up there. I'm way the fuck up there. And I have to go to the restroom. But when I come down here during my protest, and I had to turn my speaker off, even if I have my speaker on, I had to go down here and I have to go pee because I can't hold it. And I'm being hit on the side with something. See, I mean, that thing, zing. I don't think it was firecrackers that hit me. But when I come down here, yeah, the little baby's throwing those firecrackers. Okay. I get hit more with the direct energy weapon because they don't want me down here. They really, really don't want me down here. Even though I had to go to the restroom. All right. So I'm gonna turn on my speaker. I'm gonna turn my speaker as I go to the restroom. All right.
Accidentally. Ashley Banks with more.
Touting a new world order. My name is TALAN GODFREY. TALAN GODFREY. Put that into Google Video. TALAN GODFREY. Google Video. And watch my videos about COVID-19 and my videos about gang stalking.
Utah biotech company implants brain chips in 50 people with a chip known as Neuroport Array. It's manufactured by BlackRock Neurotech. You want BlackRock to have a device implanted in your brain? Well, you can now if you live in Utah. You can have an arm that's mechanical but controlled by your brain. I think that's kind of cool. What it's going to be used for, however, will be brain surveillance. This will be used as a way to make people happy when they shouldn't be happy. You're having a blast. You're in love with that person that you should hate. It's the next step of the brain interface. And it's no wonder it's being led by organizations like BlackRock.
Yeah, because it'd be presidents.
Yeah. That gang stalking is real. Go Google Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. Ted Gunderson was the highest ranking law enforcement officer in Los Angeles County. Ted Gunderson
well, I guess
was the
my little
highest
protest
ranking
of Santa Monica
FBI
Pier
agent
here is
in Los Angeles County. Go find Ted Gunderson's
I keep getting hit in the eyes.
affidavit.
I think it's called less
second way
lethal
to prove
weaponry
that
to
gang
hit me in
stalking
the
is
eyes
real
all
is
the
an
time.
old mind control program called Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. The mind control program is called Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. This old mind control program was even featured in popular
type in TALAN GODFREY in Google Video, you'll find my YouTube address.
The third way to prove that gang stalking is real is Mark Dice. Yes, Mark Dice is a video. The government officials now admits that mind control technology is real. Government officials now admits that mind control technology is real by Mark Dice. Watch his video. The fourth way to prove that gang stalking is real is 60 minutes the eBay scandal. Is 60 minutes the eBay scandal. All that proves that gang stalking is real. You're not schizophrenic.
Listen to Alex Jones, Infowars.com.
He asked for my phone holder, but he's right there. Asked for my phone holder, and he gave me $10. Hopefully this is, because it suck if it's not a $10 bill, but it suck if it was. If it wasn't a $10 bill, it sucks.
FBI agent in Los Angeles County. He wrote an affidavit proving that the gang stalking is real.
And the sun is shining bright. Yes, it's love time, and the sun is shining bright. Well, bluebird, you won't sing to me. You know you're not treating me right. I cried last night. I cried the night before.
Still here, still protesting.
I cried last night. I cried all the night
So I told you this vaccine protest was going to get weird. Anyway, Dr. Drew from the 90s, MTV, anyway, he started talking about the blood clots too. And I'm going to let you listen to the Epoch Times talk about the blood clots, and then I'll play Dr. Drew talking about these same blood clots from the COVID-19 vaccine. Okay?
He told the Epoch Times they've been the embalmers say from what they found, it seems like the clots are connected to the vaccine. Some doctors speculate that the spike protein used in the vaccines can cause string-like structures which the body doesn't break down.
been at the Pier forever.
The clots found are lacking iron, potassium, magnesium, and zinc, which according to experts shows that these aren't just normal post-mortem clots, because normal human blood always has those nutrients. He told the Epoch Times they've been...
Mysterious fibrous clots are showing up inside people who have recently died. Some embalmers say the clots are found in most corpses these days, and they've never seen anything like it before.
Several embalmers across the country told the Epoch Times they've been observing strange fibrous clots in corpses they work with. They report the phenomenon started either in 2020 or 2021. They say the clots stand out because they're exceptionally big, at a maximum as long as a human leg and as thick as a pinky finger.
Okay, stop being perverted.
He told the Epoch Times they've been...
So this guy you're going to listen to is from the Dr. Drew show, talking about these blood clots from the vaccine.
Victoria, South Africa, where she showed that you can...
So the thing is, I'm leaving now. Going home. Okay.